So I'm Lois Rowe, I'm the Programme Director for Fine Art here at Wimbledon. And here at Wimbledon we have 3 courses in fine art. We have painting, sculpture and print and time-based media.
I'm Abel, I study print and time-based media at Wimbledon, and my work is essentially a residency where I interrogate myself about the stuff I've collected over the year. So most of the stuff I collect isn't mine, it's other people's collections. So that is everything from old videotapes to National Geographic magazines to road signs to cassette tapes. And I'm just interested in why people collect the things that they do and why I collect the things I do.
I'm Tunel Salihia and I'm a student here at the Wimbledon College of Arts in the Prints and Time-Based Media. In front of my work, which is a video essay of all the failures I've done this year, all the trial and errors, and it's called The Sum of My Parts.
This year the Open Studios is happening. It's a kind of scaled down degree show. We've really focused on encouraging students to present their work, to have an opportunity to think again about audiences. We've come through a really strange period of not showing work, of just being in front of screens. So this is a really fantastic chance for students to begin to not just show their work to new audiences, but actually show work to each other again. It's been really exciting. We are what we call subject specialists, so we focus on a specific area of fine art. Students who come to Wimbledon initially come to focus on an area of fine art that they have a specific interest in. So although many students don't end up completing their work in the kind of discipline that they may have arrived for, they tend to go beyond the kind of boundaries of their practice. So if you're a filmmaker working in painting, you're thinking about the kind of context of painting and painting today and thinking about how your work sits in relation to that.
My name is Henri Afandi, I'm from painting.
My name is Nico Macha and I'm from sculpture, and this is our collaborative work. My title for my work is Where There Is Light, The Shadow Within. So it talks about the Javanese culture in Malaysia and how it's disappearing slowly, very slowly.
My work's called Ibu Pertiwi, which means motherland, and it's about the exploitation and imperialism in Indonesia by Javanese elites.
I think collaborating with Henri is very beneficial for me. Not a lot of people know about the in-depth meanings of Japanese, and Malaysian culture, and because his work is much more political, mine is like much more lighthearted.
Yeah, it's been a pleasure working with Nico because her piece and my piece really work together well. The concepts that we talk about exploitation and indigenous resistance. Yeah, it's really interesting to see like Javanese culture from the perspective of someone who lived in Malaysia for quite some time. I'm criticizing Javanese culture and imperialism basically, but like to see Nico's work and to see that duality, I think that's really interesting.
I enjoy collaborating with Henri.
Hi, my name is Alice Gamble. I'm a 3rd year sculpture student at Wimbledon. This is my cage piece. It's called Defenceless Architecture Cage 1. It's about Northern Irish architecture and how in the ceasefire period, which I was born into, there's loads of cages around buildings or over the peace walls that don't really have a use now but are still around, and they're basically just used for recreational riding, and I'm exploring whether they're needed, they're not needed, how they interrupt the space.
My name is Paola. I'm on BA Sculpture at Wimbledon College of Arts, and the title of my work is Disused Model Railway Track. So my work is about disused model railways and about how train spotters see the world through tracks and through transport.
When students arrive here, what they experience is an incredible sense of community. And people often talk about why that is. And I think part of the reason is that we're slightly outside of London, and students have to kind of make their own activity and kind of make it happen for themselves. So I often talk to alumni about it. What is this kind of life at Wimbledon? Where does that come from? Because it has this sense of community that I haven't really seen in other art schools.
Being in Wimbledon is really great for me personally, because it's really good to be in this environment where I feel safe to do my work. Literally the best place I can be in order to manufacture my work, I suppose.
Being in Wimbledon is pretty much like a blessing to me. And also the environment in Wimbledon is much more livelier and much more, supportive, much more happier.
Wimbledon, and specifically my course, Print and Time-Based Media, has helped me to just feel free to do weird stuff and just kind of push things and push myself to, see what else happens and be curious.
So at Wimbledon, I discovered my musicality, which is a part of the film as well, that I could sing. I'm still a rubbish songwriter, but I'll be better. Also at Wimbledon, it's always this culture that do whatever you want to do. Because of that, I've been able to do a work that I'm proud of. I wouldn't have been the artist I was if I wasn't here, and I'm grateful for that, very much so.
At Wimbledon, I've developed so much as an artist and being able to express my identity and culture in a gallery space.